Hello there, my name's Aaron Meredith. I'm the co-founder of Life Agent Launch. Now here at Life Agent Launch, we help life and health insurance agents take control of their lead generation and grow their business. Each and every week, we generate over 100,000 exclusive, high-quality leads for agents just like you, so you can focus on selling while we handle the rest. Today, I'm going to talk about one of the most powerful ways to improve your marketing, which is spying on your competition's ads. Yes, you heard that right. By analyzing what your competitors are doing, you can get valuable insights into what's working and apply those strategies to your own campaigns. I'm going to break down my 5-step approach to effectively spying and how you can implement this for yourself. So step number 1 is making sure you're armed with the best tools possible to effectively spy on your competition. And I'm going to give you access to my most valuable asset that I use when it comes to spying on competition. And that tool is called Foreplay. Now, this is one of the best tools for diving deeper into competitor ads. Foreplay allows you to collect, organize, and analyze ad creatives from top brands and competitors. You can build a swipe file of the best performing ads in your niche, and you can see what's resonating with your audiences. Now, what I've done is in the description below this video is I've included a link to where you can get a free trial, no credit card needed whatsoever. Just click that link into your information right here, hit the sign up button, you'll have access to this tool. Now, once you've signed up for Foreplay, and make sure that you install the Chrome extension on your browser, because that's gonna help for step number 2. Which is heading on over to the Facebook ads library. I've included a link in the description of this video to the Facebook ads library. But in short, the Facebook ads library, it's a free tool that's going to allow you to search for any advertiser and see the ads that they're currently running. And the nice thing about this is this just gives you full transparency as far as what people are using. So the way that we use this, when you get to the ads library, you're going to want to search for a keyword of whatever niche that you're running in, whether it's mortgage protection or IUL, final expense insurance. So let's use that for an example. Let's just say I'm looking to do some research on the final expense niche and what people are currently running. So I'll type in final expense into this tool, hit the enter button, and then allow everything to populate. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the refresh button because I want to show you the power of Foreplay in this situation. So once I hit the refresh button, what you're going to see is you can see above every ad, you're going to see that save to Foreplay. So let's just say I'm going through here, and again, I'm not going to dig deeper into how I would look at these right now because it takes some time. But let's just say that I've looked over all these and I've settled in that this is an ad that I really like, right? I really like this ad. What I can do is I can hit this button right here and save it to Foreplay. So what that's going to do is that's going to shoot it on over to my Foreplay account. Let's say I like this one as well. I want to save it here in the board, my final expense board. I do the same thing and I save it there. Let's just say that I like this one as well. I want to do the same exact thing to the final expense board and I save it there. So by doing this, what I'm collecting is I'm collecting all the ads that I've identified as I really like those ads and I want to save those ads for reference purposes. Now, the old way of doing it would be just a copy and paste or take a screenshot, print screen, and then you would save these somewhere else. The nice thing about Foreplay is it makes it really easy to be organized with your research. Again, let's say I go down here and I want to do the same exact thing and I want to look at this ad, put it to my final expense queue. I hit that button and it's all set. So this tool is really incredible. So all of my competitive research starts right here, starts in the Facebook ads library. Now, step number 3 for me is to take a look at where they are sending their traffic. So there's 2 places that most people are going to be sending their traffic. One would be a landing page, which is going to be outside of Facebook. And number 2 would be a Facebook lead form. So using the same tool, the Facebook ads library tool, I can see and identify where that traffic is going. Now, the easiest way to identify if a competitor is running traffic off of Facebook or if they're keeping traffic onto Facebook is in the action button here, the call to action button here. If you see that it's grayed out, that means that traffic is going internally to Facebook. It's not going to any off-site website or landing page. Now, what you're going to see doing research here is that 90% of people advertising on Facebook are advertising with Facebook lead forms. Does that necessarily mean that's the best way to do it? No. That means it's the easiest way to do it. In some situations, it is the best way to do it, depending upon the niche that you're in, what your overall objective is, etc. There's a lot that goes into it. But all in all, what you're going to see is you're going to see the majority of people are running their traffic to a Facebook lead form. Now, the way that I can spy on that lead form, because you're not going to be able to have access to see that lead form, and you have to do this inside of Facebook ads library, is I go to that ad that I saved that I like. Let's just say this was the one that I liked. I would hit the see ad details, and that's going to pop up this screen right here. Now, what I'm going to want to do is scroll down to this little tab right here that says additional assets from this ad. By clicking on this button here, what I can see is I can see the abbreviated text that's included in the Facebook lead form. So when you're going and you're creating a Facebook lead form, you have the ability to put in some headlines, you have the ability to put in some paragraphs, and you can see all of that information in here. And you can see the information that's being collected. So this particular form is asking for beneficiary right off the bat, and then it's asking the basic information, first, last, email, etc. Now you can see their terms and conditions in a privacy policy page. And then you can also see the call to action as far as who's getting the lead and what the call to action is after this. So you can see that. Congratulations on getting your pre-qualified. This is the agent. Your license underwriter. You can book an appointment using the button below. Now, how do I know what that button is? I scroll right up to the top, and it's this top button right here. So this is the button that would, if you click it inside that Facebook lead form, it's going to go to this calendar here. Okay. So that's an easy way to spy to see if they're using a lead form, where is the traffic going after they fill out the lead form, because you have to send it somewhere, whether it's a phone number, whether it's a website, you've got to send that traffic somewhere. So this is a way to see that. Now, additionally, if somebody is running a landing page, and I'm going to try to scroll down here to see if I can find somebody who's running a landing page, because the way that I'll know is that the call to action button is not grayed out. So this right here, you can see this is a landing page that the traffic is going to. So if I were to go to the same thing here, see ad details, I click on this button right here, there's no additional assets. So that's all the information that I'm going to see. Now, if I want to go to the landing page, I can actually click on that. And as long as the person isn't spoofing the landing page, meaning that in order to see the real landing page, you have to actually get it through an ad that's being served. 99% of people that are advertising don't know how to spoof landing pages. We do, but most do not know how to do that. So if you click this button, chances are very likely that this is the actual form that people are going to fill out. So by looking at this, I can get an idea as far as how my competitor is going about collecting their lead, what that process looks like. So if I wanted to dig a little deeper here, I would fill this out with information. I'd hit the submit button. And if you wanted to see their back end and what happens in the back end, you got to put a real phone number and a real email in to see what's going on in the backside. Now, you're probably going to get a phone call or two, but that's one way where you can go about seeing the exact process from start to finish. When a lead does come in, they fill out a form and what they're going to get on the back end. Like I said, most people who are advertising on Facebook do not know how to spoof landing pages, meaning that if I go and I do this, I could show one website and make you think that's where the traffic is going. In reality, there's a real website that only people who click on the ad will see. This will satisfy the majority of people doing research because you're going to see the real landing page where most of the traffic is going to. Now that I've identified some of the ads that I really like, and I'm going to take some time to go through and make sure that I pull enough ads into my foreplay account, now comes the fun part, which is really breaking things down and analyzing what people are doing and what different brands are doing. And I can look at different competitor brands and see how their ads are performing. Now, when I'm back over inside of foreplay, the nice thing about this, when I click on my swipe file, these are all the ads that I pulled over into my swipe file. Now I can keep them here, and obviously I can organize them into different niches based on what I'm targeting. So I want to make sure all my final expense targeted ads are showing up in one area. What I can do is I can see all the brands that are advertising the ads that I want. Now, what I want to do, let's just say that I like the ad style of a couple brands, and I really want to continue to monitor what they're doing. So what I do is I click on brands, and this just shows you the brands that are running ads that you targeted. I'd hit the ads library button here, Once I do that, this is the ad library of that brand that shows all the ads. I'm going to copy this URL here. I'm going to head on back over to Foreplay. I'll click on the spider button. I'm going to add brand, and I'm going to do it manually, and I'm just going to copy this link. And I'm going to add that brand to my final expense folder. So I'll add that brand right there. Now, next thing, let's just say that I wanted to do the same exact thing that I just did for another brand. Let's just say that I want to take this one right here. I hit that button. I copy this. I go back, head over to the spider. I'm going to click off of this. Actually, here, I'm going to add it manually. Make sure it goes into my final expense. I add that brand. And then now what I'll do is I'll refresh the screen. And when you're gonna see one's in progress, but let's just say that I want to click on this. What I'll see for this particular competitor is I can see everything that they're running. Now I can see that they're just running image-based ads. Now if they were running any ads with videos, you would be able to see the top performing hooks. Let's see if that other competitor is running anything with videos. So again, I just hit that refresh button. Let's see if I can load it up. And it's not working there. We'll go back. We'll click this. All right. So if an advertiser is running a very video-heavy campaign, you'll be able to see the top hooks that they're using in their ads. So if I go back to the ads library, and again, I can toggle back and forth between these two competitors. I can see what they're running. It gives me a bird's eye view as far as what they've got going on for their campaign. Now, depending upon the advertiser that you're analyzing, this looks like this is just a lead vendor, somebody who's making leads for a bunch of different people. They're using one Facebook page to do that. So this doesn't really give you an idea as far as if there's back-end advertising going on for retargeting, for remarketing, maybe some top-of-the-level content stuff where they're doing some videos with educational videos. So this to me seems as though this is just lead generation from somebody who has a lead gen business and they're advertising for a bunch of different agents. That's what I'm making the assumption based on what I see here. So again, the nice thing about Foreplay is it's going to organize everything for you. So when you want to come back to this, and this saves all of these ads. So even if they stop running, it saves them, and I can see the duration from how long this ad has been running. So I can see this has been going for 50 days, and it's still running. It's still currently running. So it'll save all these ads, so I can always go back to that. So let's just say that I really like this particular advertiser. I save it as a brand, and I'm able to kind of toggle back and forth. So that's the nice thing about Foreplay is I really like the analytics that you get in looking as far as what people are running, videos, images, their call to actions, their headlines, and it gives me a lot of information to get some inspiration from. So we got to step number 5, and that's implementation step. Now that you've gathered all of these insights, it's time to put them into action. You want to try to adapt their successful strategies to your own campaigns. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that just because somebody is running something, that if you were to copy that exactly, that it's going to necessarily work for you, because there's a lot that goes on in the back end to a properly structured advertising campaign. The pixel that's being used, the audience that's being targeted, whether they're using remarketing or not. So these are things and insights that you're not going to be able to pull from any type of competitive tool like that to get the full insight as far as what an advertiser is doing. But this is a great starting place to get some inspiration to see what's possibly working so you can test something similar for your own business. You can pull landing pages, see what's converting. Are they running lead ads versus landing page ads? And then consider making some tweaks to your own style that reflects the stuff that's working. So again, this is not telling you to copy and paste, because chances are that's probably not going to work for you. You want to grab inspiration, take a look at that inspiration, and then put your own spin on it, understanding that there's much more to the advertising than just that surface. That's just the start. Obviously, to get a lead to convert, that all depends upon the back-end system in place. But that about wraps up everything that I wanted to go over in this particular video. Now, again, if you look at all this and you say, you know what, this is too much for me. I don't want to do this. I want to focus on selling insurance. I don't want to focus on trying to make my own leads. If that's you, and you still want the benefit of not buying a lead through a vendor and controlling and owning your entire system and process, we're the people to reach out. Below this video, you're going to see a link as well in the description to a free case study on how we get into one of our clients who, through $22,000 in investments and ad spend, ended up writing over $320,000 of insurance premium. We break down the entire process, how we implemented, what we did, and how we could potentially work this into you. Now, if you grabbed any value whatsoever from this video, I'd appreciate a nice little like. I'd appreciate that subscribe button. And we're going to continue to pump out good content that will help you get some insight as far as how we operate from an advertising standpoint. Maybe if this is something that you're interested in doing in terms of running your own ads, you can grab something, some value from something that we put out there.